Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐓. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 9:23 a.m. on the Eastern Time on August 25th on Thursday. Hope you guys have a great week so far. Ethereum $100,700, up about 2.61% so far. Respect over crypto market and the equity market, we are attempting to, rebound slightly after 3 consecutive days of slide off. For Ethereum specifically, that was $2,031. That was happening 3 days ago. And so far, we sold down by basically, if you count your fingers on the chart, it's about 3 resistance levels down. And on the media front, I'm just looking across the spectrum. There isn't anything specific that is driving the market up or down. It's mainly, the Jackson Hole speech that will be the main catalyst tomorrow. But if you want to learn more about the media front on a trivial perspective, obviously Peloton is being acquired by Amazon, knowing the fact that the company has been reporting huge loss, decline in revenue, and the company has just been grinding internally on the executive management team front. And also laying off people left and right, try to just stay alive. So Amazon is able to buy in on a cheap price level, basically to capture additional customer base, as there are. This is more of like a secondary type of factor, acquiring more customers, knowing the fact that they already have a lot of customers. But, for this angle, they're focusing more on the fitness customers that is still on a recurring perspective. Right, because you own a bike that's cost like $3,000, you're still gonna be subscribed to the service, right? You're not just gonna sign off. So it's that stickiness around it that makes the business attractive. But obviously, on the operational front within just Peloton, individually is obviously suffering. So Amazon, with so much cash in the balance sheet, being able to take this over makes some logical sense. This was bound to happen anyways. So let's just dive into technical without wasting more time. With respect to a current time of 9:26 a.m. on the Eastern Time on Thursday. It's a nice day today. Ethereum closed at $1,701, up about 2.72% so far. And obviously, again, right, the main catalyst is tomorrow, and I believe it should be delayed sometimes around noon on the Eastern Time, or first thing in the morning for those that live on the West Coast. On a technical front, it's still kind of ominous, to be honest with you. You're seeing a peak right here at 2031. You see the first shoulder that was happening on the 29th of July. You see a secondary one, which I hope that this doesn't convey to be truth. That we, if we are gonna be, going up a little bit and then give up like halfway, let's say, 1800, and then quickly give up and reverse, we might be getting canceled out as we reach like 60 out of 70. So we might see some maybe $100 surge from here, but that's about it. And then cross up and then cross down eventually, right? And that will basically form a reverse head and shoulder pattern, a head and shoulder pattern, not a reverse one, a head, a shoulder, and the shoulder. And that will translate into a negative pattern. That means we might see more sell-off, breaking the resistance level of obviously 1450 and heading down all the way to 1250 again. And depending on how severe that is, right, we have to see how high the RSI will go. We might see breaking 1,000 all over again. And then with respect to a weekly front, you could see that quite ominous as well. You could see we've crossed up for quite some time, so it needs to cross down eventually. So weeks out looks quite bearish as well. And I think with respect to the technical front, we are at the 45 out of 70, so testing the 54 out of 70, and then reverse back down will be very logical. So quite ominous, again, right, on the daily and weekly perspective. But on a monthly perspective, we are seeing some bullishness. But what that means is that we have to be a little bit patient, right? You have to wait until we get over the daily and weekly type of volatility ahead, which are both pointing negative, until we rebound until Q4, which I think, based on a technical front, it makes some sense. And on the Bitcoin side of the world, Daily, again, right? We've been quite, dragged down for quite some time now. So let me just make sure that I'm looking at the right frame. It looks quite bullish actually on the Bitcoin side of the equation. On the daily, let's take a look on the weekly. Quite fused together, so it's a little bit more consolidated. So quite interesting. Seems like Ethereum is slowly separating from the Bitcoin trends, while the altcoin side of the house are following through Ethereum trends. Interesting. And also with respect to we have already broke the wedge, right? You could see that the wedge that we were forming before on the weekly. And if you want to look at this on the daily perspective, this is a little bit more clear. You see that we've been surging for quite some time. Now, like breaking down to the next level, 21,000, makes a lot of sense, right? So right now, I think we might see some volatility, but not as volatile. Let's just say in comparisons relative to Ethereum. Okay. And then on weekly again, right? Quite stale, but monthly still quite bullish, just like the overall market as well. And then just look at some of the altcoin. I would say they're all kind of trading very comparable, to Ethereum. So follow through with the technicals. And if you look at on our Patreon updates, the breakdown will show you the technical levels on that you need to look out for. And just take a look at the market. Seems like Tesla has done a stock split, so that's why they're at $302. I thought like the stock tanked or something, but obviously not. It did a stock split. That's why it's at the level that is it right now. It seems like my computer might be frozen right now, so I think that might be it right now. But I appreciate you for joining me today. I was going to do like a high level technical analysis on some of the stocks, but for some reason it's I think my computer is overheating a little bit. But appreciate you. Have a good day and take care.